Level 106. So the goal today is to dive in and build a team for level 100 plus that doesn't involve using the new batch. We're going to bring a friend, Luffy Yamato, of course, because we have access to that. But we're going to dive in with the assumption that we didn't do any summons on Anniversary. We're going to try and treat this like we are a regular month batch and we are playing PKA for that month. So let's dive on in. Let's go. Now, if you guys don't know, Odin doesn't scale. So if you don't target Odin, he just doesn't level up. Now, this is a pretty good map. We've got a rainbow chest up the top there, which we are 100% going to go for. Then we probably come... We'll do the PvP match, and then we'll go from there. As for Odin, I'm going to target an Odin video later down the line. If you're a new player, I'm going to do a series on that today as well. Make sure to go check out that. I'll leave a comment, I'll leave a link in the comment section below on how to basically play PKA as a new player. But let's dive in. Let's go collect some stuff. We don't need Luffy's Schmeat right now. We want Saki. We always build up our Saki stocks. Saki stocks are really good. I would go for the gold chest down there, but we are basically targeting that chest. Now, as you can see, my stats are very nice. Like, we've definitely been picking up the bodies, and we're getting a lot of extra stats here. Alright, let's see. What do we want here? I think we want to try and get Luffy and Nami up a little bit more. And, of course, Luffy and Nami both aren't there. We don't need Zoro anymore, so I guess let's just continue on with Sanji. Let's take this. Show me Super Cola! Ooh, okay, no. Let's go Luffers. We'll go the Luffers. We'll go here. I do need to do more PvP matches. Oh, another gold Luffers. Back-to-back gold Luffers. You love to see it. Let's do some Pirate Rumble here. Ooh, this is a tough Pirate Rumble match. Now we're getting spicy. Now, as for Free Spirit, I did put out a video on this particular team. This particular team does not have what it needs. Like, it's still got a lot to go, but it's definitely not terrible. Like, it's definitely not a terrible build. Free Spirit just need, like, a crazy PvP character to, like, slot in with Otama. And then that way, you could definitely do some shenanigans with a Free Spirit 8-man team. You could use stuff like Rayleigh Gaban and that as well. So, let's use our PvP. Let's use our Free Spirit team against their Free Spirit side team. Not ideal, to be honest. I would probably use, like, a Pooh or something like that. But, this team doesn't seem crazy. But it's nice to see that the PvP fights are getting juicy. They're getting juiced up. Now remember, level 100 is not made for new players, not even mid-game players. This is sort of targeting end-game players, which I do like. It is refreshing. It is nice. But it is going to be interesting to see how this operates when no one's summoning, when you have like a Jack batch, stuff like that. That's when the real test of PKA is going to be. But like I said, link in the description on how to PKA for those particular months, and if you are a newer player as well. Now, Rayleigh Gaban is not super scary, mainly because they've got like this weird Psy, free spirity, cerebral team popping. Shanks Crew is just an absolute demon on every single team. Like, he's so good, and there's a lot of slashes on this build as well, so you love to see that. Yamato is going to go, though. We're going to lose a lot of half stats here. Beautiful thing is, with Yamato, cannot be half stats, so respectfully hold that, Yamato, as the great Pappingtons would say. You know what? Screw you. Disrespectfully hold that. Disrespectfully hold that! Odin, clean up for us, brother. Yeah, look, that's fine. At this point, we basically won. I do wish you could, like, skip these fights. I think in PKA, it would be absolutely fine to just hit the skip button right now. But I do understand whilst it is not in regular PvP and only in Grand Party. Alright, we get some CT charge now. Thank you to Luffy and Yamato. And at this point, it's a win. Like, it's a win. This comp is my favorite of the Free Spirit or Luffy Yamato comp that doesn't involve Strikers. Strikers is probably their best build, but that's just because Strikers is so good. And they have Conjurer. Like, Conjurer is... Whilst Conjurer is not the best PvP rare recruit, he is so good that utilizing him in the front is amazing. Otama, she's okay. Like, she's not bad. She's okay, but the healing, she needs to do more than just heal. Like, if she did more than just heal with her special, she'd be really good. She did like 2,000 fixed damage or something, like, you'd be cooking. But there we go. Easy wins, easy dubs. we'll take those 5 tickets as well. That's the Chopman missions that we do need to complete as well. As for this, we'll take the, like, I honestly couldn't care. I couldn't care what the rewards are for that. Oh, silver luffers. Silver luffers. Oh, silver luffers. Luffy's level 21. Stop, Stump. Stop. You don't need more luffers. You don't need more luffers, bro. Stop. Stop. Alright. Here we are at level 106. And obviously, it's quite easy to build right now because we have the anniversary ship. But in other months, remember, you only do this 5 times a day. So having to stall is going to be something that you need to do later down the line. But let's take a look at the guide. Because if we scroll down, we can see what we do need to build. So, behavior change at level 100 plus. On battle 3, there is bind, despair, and remove sound effects. I'm going to have to screenshot these, which I'll do after. Or if someone has these in chat, send them to me on Discord. I'm looking at you, Tony. As with battle 4, we're going to need attack down, special bind, and more bind. But again, we don't need to worry about bind because we are using a friend, Luffy Yamato. Boss will turn into a Dex on the final stage. We get block slots on the top. Damage reduction by 6 turns, paralysis on set by 7 turns, and then there's 7 turns of despair. We also have a base attack interrupt, so we don't want to bring base attack. So, let's dive in and let's do some team building. Alright, so here we go. I think this team should do it. We are using Verse Yamato as captain alongside Luffy Yamato. The Queen support, honestly, isn't essential. You could easily move the Luffy support onto Verse Yamato. The Kinemon from Kizuna rare recruits will remove 5 turns of paralysis, 5 turns of damage reduction. Also using the Raizo support to get around 2 turns of special binds. Croc on the final stage will get around the chain multiplier decrease because he gives chain boundary as our captain is a striker. Plus the Mr. 1 support will give more paralysis removal and more damage reduction. So that way we can hit the 7 turns of paralysis and the 6 turns of damage reduction. Kid Law, literally just here to help us with stage 3 and stage 4. If you don't have Kinemon, you can replace Kid Law and Kinemon with a paralysis and a damage reduction remover. But you want to try and get that Riser support on someone. And I think, off the top of my head, the Strength Cat Viper is probably a really good option. We are using the Luffy support here because that way we open with the Queen support on Yamato. It just gives us more damage. And finally, we have King from last year's Anniversaries batch with the Shootin' Mario support, literally for more damage. Again, using a Luffy Yamato as our friend captain. Let's dive in. Let's see how we go at level 100 plus against Gold D Roger. Now, after level 100, the HP just keeps scaling. Like, that's the big difference. And at the moment, we have the anniversary ship because, like, everything's buffed. However, normally we wouldn't. So I'm going to target this run kind of like how you would probably play if you didn't have the anniversary ship. So 4 HP on the turtle is rough, man. That is rough. So ideally, you really want to stall as much as possible. We do want to build up our Luffy Yamato super switch as well. And remember, every time Luffy kills something, Luffy is actually going to give a swap charge. Now, whenever we take damage as Yamato, we're going to get a swap charge as well. So what we're going to do here is we're going to kill something with Luffy. And then we're going to switch into Yamato. And we're going to kill 2 of these units. And we're going to take a shot. Actually, no, we're not, because we already have our super swap ready to go. Ideally, you just stall a little bit more, get your specials up. You can do better stalling than that. That was terrible stalling, and I do apologize for that. We're going to get despaired on this stage. We get slot binder on this stage, but our captains with limit break will just remove that. Verse Yamato's really, really good at getting around that too. We're going to switch here with Luffers to become a strength unit. And then we can use the special of Kid Law just to allow us more damage on this particular stage. We do have remove sound effects, so just be mindful of that. It is going to be harder to hit your perfects. But there you go. Beautiful. Literally with Luffy, you can do a lot of damage. Like, you can do so much damage. Plus, every time you hit with that Wonder Orb, you are building up the Verse Yamato versatility. So if you are stalling earlier, you can pretty much easily get that. We get Special Binder, we get Binded, we get Burned, and we get Attack Down on this particular stage. Raizo can come in. He's going to remove some of the Special Binds. We have Luffers to remove some of the Attack Down. And then we're going to use King to actually remove the rest of the Special Bind. Now, ideally, I don't want to swap here. However, I would love that color affinity buff. I really would. The final stage as well is going to be a It's going to be... What's it called? It's going to be a strength variation. So we really want Luffy in his final, like, in that form. I guess we're going to have so much damage on the next stage. It's probably more beneficial to have the super swap right now. So we're going to go into our dual form. We're now at 6 times captain, which is awesome. Remember, like, we have removed sound effects. I'm going to turn my sound up a little bit because I need to hear to tap through this. Is the sound not on? Alright, here we go. Yeah, you definitely need that color affinity buff because that burn hurts. The 10k burn, it's yeah, it's spicy. It's a spicy meatball. Alright, on the final stage, 7 turns of paralysis. The despair doesn't matter. Block orbs on our captain. 6 turns of damage reduction. Let's kick it. Let's do it. Now, we want to use our Burst Yamato special first to give us an attack buff and the damage reduction buff as well. Queen, just free damage there, to be honest. Next, we're going to use Luffy Yamato. They are in their dual form. The fact they're in their dual form means we're going to get a 3.25 orb boost. We're also going to do 2 times conditional damage. Not that that matters too much because we don't have to go through the immunity. But they also give 80% damage reduction, which is now a 1.8 times attack boost for us, which is awesome. Plus, we get a 1 orb on our Yamato. We're then going to use Kinemon. Kinemon can remove some damage reduction, some paralysis, and he gives a 0.9 chain boost. And then finally, we're going to use Crocodilus with the Mr. 1 support to remove the rest of the paralysis, the rest of the damage reduction, and get a chain boundary because our captain is a striker unit. If you have the versatility of Yamato as well, you want to pop that here. That's going to work. That's going to do bits. As you can see, we don't have the final tap, so we are going to start going through our taps. We're going to finish off with King because King has type advantage. Same with Kinemon. I lied. We're going to finish with that because we have so much damage. Beautiful. There we go. Level 100 plus with no new batch. Plus, we actually managed to squeeze a point boosted character on the team as well. Remember, once you hit level 100, you should have the Chopper Man missions done if you are playing the game optimally. But as you guys can see, it is very, very doable without the new batch. It definitely is. So, we get our rewards there. We get the extra drops from our friend Captain. We also get the 1 extra possible drop from Kid and Law. And that's going to wrap it up for level 100 plus. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it helps you guys out if you are optimally playing this particular game mode. Like I said, go down in the comments if you guys want to see the strat or if you're watching this video for the next season that I do believe will be the one going forward. We will test it a little bit more because PK is such a new game mode and there are some things that we have to still look at. But like I said, if you enjoyed the video, belt the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.